Either they might be referred to me, but I don't know them. But that's not how I started, and that's not how I would recommend you start. Start with the people you know. You'd be surprised, and they would love to work with you. Particularly, like I said, they know you, they like you, they trust you. They just don't. And once they know what it is that you do and how it is that you do it, they're like, oh my god, this is like perfect. Okay. Hello, 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 and welcome back to, oh my gosh, episode 9 of the 12-part series of Empowered. I cannot believe we're on episode 9. Things are just moving and grooving, and I'm so excited to share this topic with you today. Now, I will say this. If you are inside the Launch and Scale Your Holistic Health business, spit it out, girlfriend, then if you're inside of that Facebook community, then this training might sound a bit familiar, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper with you guys here. If you're not over there, by all means, hop on over there. It's a Facebook community filled with brilliant practitioners, nurses, nurse practitioners, physicians, PAs that are doing the doggone thing. Some are in the process of launching their business, some of them have already launched their business. And so it's just a beautiful community to be a part of. If you are a part of the Holistic Health and Empowerment community, you're more than welcome to stay there, to be there. But I will say that we, Dr. Alanis, and I created the Launch and Scale Your Holistic Health Business Facebook group specifically for specifically for healthcare practitioners or healthcare professionals who are in the holistic health space. Whereas the Holistic Health and Empowerment community is for people in general, not just nurses, but anyone who is aligned with holistic health and functional medicine. So that's that. And quick little plug, you guys, so excited about the upcoming Secret Language of Blood Work That Most Doctors Miss masterclass facilitated by Dr. Charyse Williams and myself. Is coming up on the 30th of June. And I will just say this, if you have attended before, you want to come again. And you know why? We've made some changes. We've just added some more depth. Not that it was phenomenal. It's a phenomenal masterclass regardless, but we've just added more depth to the masterclass on the clinical side as well as the business side. And so if you have not, or if you have attended, if you're a nurse or a nurse practitioner, and we're actually making it more specifically to nurses and nurse practitioners. And so again, if you have never attended, I definitely want to invite you to attend. I'll make sure that the team puts the link to register in the show notes down below. If you've never attended, or if you have attended, again, I invite you to be there with us on the 30th. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the topic for today, which I see a lot of people, a lot of nurses do it backwards, I would say. This is one of the easiest ways to build your business, and it's from the inside out, not from the outside in. And what do I mean by that? So a lot of times when we decide to launch a business, for instance, holistic health business, functional medicine business, we forget about all the people that we know. And even more so when we're starting to build our business online, we forget about all the people that we know, and we start to attempt to build our business from just random people on the internet. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with building a business with random people from the internet. I do it all the time. I do it all day, every day, right? That's one of the main ways in which I have built my business over the last several years, with the exception of when I first started. When I first started, you guys, there were people that were connected to me. They still are. There are people that are connected to you. They still are, right? And so it's so easy to overlook the people that are already connected to us in some way, shape, or form. And we go after, like I said, we go after the new people. But I want to just encourage you not to do that. Not do that. Don't overlook people who are already in your ecosystem, who's already connected to you. And so who are these people? Well, first of all, let me back up. The reason why this is important, is very important that you build your business from the inside out with people that you know, is because when people are looking to do business with anyone, right? When people are looking to do business with you, people do business with people that they know, they like, and they trust, right? When you're building your business aligned, that's one of the biggest things that you want to do, or one of the quickest things that you want to do. It's imperative that you cultivate that know, like, and trust factor. Okay. again, if you know people that you already know that are already affiliated or associated with you, they already know you, they already like you, they might even love you, and they already trust you. And so it makes sense when you're starting to go that route. Okay. Now you might be thinking, well, Charyse, I don't know anybody. I hear that all the time. Yes, you do. And so let me just share with you some of the pockets of people that I started my business with. I would think about six of my very first clients. I think it was six. Six of my very first clients came. They were people that were already in my ecosystem. Okay, so I used to be a nurse. I was an ICU nurse for 12 years, and I was in the float pool. Well, over the years, of course, like I still am in touch with just a handful of nurses from when I was a nurse back in the day. I did travel nursing for just a hot second. I stay in touch with some nurses from then. Many of you know I was in a leadership position with a global network marketing company for 18 years, and I know tons of people from there. And I want to point this out too. It's not only about who you know, but who knows you. So don't forget that piece of it too. One of my clients, and she's been a client off and on for a couple of years. In fact, not on the holistic health side, but on the business coaching side, I didn't really know her, but she knew me. She knew me, okay? And that was from my network marketing business. Now, fast forward when I launched my project management consulting business, I know people from the project management space that I'm still connected with, and that I was still connected with when I launched my business, right? Many of you know I have two sons. My sons were, when they were in high school, well, all through school period, they played football and basketball and ran track, and they were in all the things, all the athletics. And so I have tons of moms in my phone from then that I stay in touch with some of them, sometimes on Facebook, sometimes it's via text. We might just send a random text if something just comes up, right? So all of these different pockets, excuse me, all of these different pockets of my life, I had clients that came from those different pockets of my life. And so for you, it might look a little bit different. And I used to also be part of BSF, Bible Study Fellowship, right? I didn't like, I wasn't in any like main position or anything, but I knew the whole BSF was full of women. Many of you know I used to be vice president and president actually of Toastmasters. And so that's a whole nother collection of people, another community of people. And so your pockets of people might look different from mine, and that's okay. But I assure you, I want you to look at every phase, every little like phase of your life, every aspect of your life. Perhaps you're very involved at church, who you know from church. And I literally want you to make a list. I want you to get a pen and a paper, good old fashioned pen and paper, and make a list. Maybe you only have 3 categories. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. And so maybe you're in a sorority, right? Perhaps you're in some other organizations, either professional organizations or maybe you are associated with different. I was in PTA for many years. Maybe you're in PTA. And so why is this important? It's important that you create this list because we often forget who we know, and we rarely even think about who knows us, right? So make a list of 3. Some of you, if you're a Miss Social Butterfly, or if you've just been very active throughout your life, you might have more than 3. You might have 6 or 8 different pockets, but write them down. Write down who you know from those different pockets. Even if you're not in touch with them, it's okay. You can always reach out and rekindle, just pick up where you left off. I do that all the time, right? And so, so after you create your list, after you create the pockets, right? So maybe sorority, church, kids, moms, work, maybe at Toastmasters, something, I don't know, whatever organizations. Once you have that, then I want you to literally just start going through who do I know, and add them to the list. Don't prejudge. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They prejudge and they're like, oh, well, she would. You don't know. Write them down. Go through your phone, even go through your Facebook friends. And then once you have this list, you're not going to reach out to everyone on the list. You're going to look at, okay, who is my ideal client from this list? That's why you hear me talk all the time about the importance of establishing or determining your niche. right? Your niche, and understanding who your ideal client is. That's very, very important. Not all of them are going to be your ideal clients. Okay, so you have your list, you have your categories, you have your list of people underneath those categories, and now you're going to go through and identify who are your ideal clients. And maybe you're not 100% sure, but guess what? It's just a quick text or a quick DM or a quick phone call, whatever, right? So start there. I would almost bank. I would almost bank on the. I would almost bank that you probably are sitting on $100,000 seriously, um, in business revenue from people that you already know, who they're looking for someone to help them, to guide them on their holistic health journey. They may not have known, they may not, depending on how long it's been since you've been in touch with them, they may not know that that's what you do. They may not know. Yes, they know that you're a nurse or a nurse practitioner. Yeah, they know that perhaps, but do they know that you're focusing on holistic health or functional medicine? No. Do they know, let's say, for instance, you help women in menopause? Do they know this? Because if they don't, and that's something they've been seeking, oh my gosh, match made in heaven, right? And so, moral to the story, look at the different areas of your life, past life, previous life, and current life. Make the list, go through, identify the people who are ideal clients or maybe likely ideal clients. Again, you might not know if they're in menopause, but or postmenopausal, but let's just say if they're on your list and they're 50, odds are pretty good. So some of it's just going to make sense. So go with that, you guys. Start from the inside out, and you can do a combination of both. I'm not saying that at all. Like I mentioned before, I pretty much exclusively build my business now just from people that I meet, whether it's out and about networking, whether it's networking online in different Facebook groups, whenever I'm a guest speaker, whatever the case may be. Primarily, my business now are people I do not know, right? Either they might be referred to me, but I don't know them. But that's not how I started, and that's not how I would recommend you start. Start with the people you know. You'd be surprised, and they would love to work with you. Particularly, like I said, they know you, they like you, they trust you. They just don't. And once they know what it is that you do and how it is that you do it, they're like, oh my god, this is like perfect. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. So that concludes today's episode of the Empowered series. I'm loving this series, you guys. I hope you guys are loving the series too. If you are loving the series, go ahead and drop me a DM on Facebook or Instagram. I'm Charyse Williams. I'll make sure that the team puts the links in the show notes down below. Send me a link. Send me a message. Let me know. I love getting messages from you guys. Let me know how things are going. Let me know let me know if you have any ideas or any topics that you would like for me to cover, either in the Empowered series. We have 3 more episodes in the Empowered series, and then we'll just go back to our regular formatting after that. But let me know if there's something that you're like, oh, I just really wish I could use some support in this area. Okay. All right, you guys, as always, I love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for sharing this episode with a colleague who could benefit from the information in this episode. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.